Hey guys, how you going? I'm good. I've just been thinking about this morning. I was sitting outside and I do this thing which I haven't been doing as consistently, but I just sit outside and I do nothing. I like sit within like nature and I just think, or I more try to clear my mind than the most fun thoughts come through. And I was just staring at a cup and I was like, nothing exists. Like literally, okay, hear me out. Nothing exists. Everything is conceptual. Everything is conceptual about life, like everything around you. People, places, experiences, they don't exist unless you allow them to exist. Perception creates existence a lot of the time. It doesn't mean that things don't exist, but if it doesn't exist within your world, it doesn't exist for you. Like an example I liked to think about when I was sitting by myself, I imagined I was talking to somebody. Man, I really want to talk to somebody about this. Like, it's been on my mind all day. But like, some people don't believe that ghosts exist, right? Some people do. Ghosts are a concept. It's something that's easy to grasp. But like, the people who it does exist for, it's because it impacted them. This sounds a lot less articulate than how it feels in my brain, but it's just interesting. Even issues in your life, like I like to think myself, like I think back to my primary school days and I think about how kids interacted with me, and looking back I realized I was probably getting bullied at some stage, but I didn't realize because I didn't think I was being bullied, therefore it had no power over me. Things only have power if you think that they exist. Like, obviously there's some places where it's a bit grey in that, but if you think about it in the way of taking more control over your life and allowing other things to have less control over you, you're winning. Like, you are winning. And then I started thinking about it in another way, as in like, because I was staring at literally this cup right here. And one thing I like to, which I think is really cool, is the reticular activation system, which is basically like a thing your brain does where if you think about something, you will notice it more around you. Like, a classic example is yellow cars. I hate that example. It's so fucking basic, but it's true. It's like, if you're thinking about yellow cars and something, you'll see yellow cars, or how in conversation you'll talk about something and then suddenly this thing will pop up out of nowhere. That's the reticular activation system looking for that thing, looking for that pattern. And then because you're looking for it, you notice it. But I was thinking to myself, if you don't know something exists, if it's something that you have never needed in your life, you have never been introduced to, as long as it's not something totally crazy foreign, you probably won't notice it. Like, if I had, say I had something on my mind. I had never seen a cup before. I'd never seen a cup in my entire life. And I like this noise. I'd never seen a cup in my life. I've never needed to use a cup. Say I use my hands for water. And I'm looking for food. Like, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about food. I'm gonna find food. I wouldn't need a cup. I wouldn't look for a cup. So I wouldn't notice the cup is even there. But if somebody came along, told me, this is a cup, this is how you can use a cup, then this will probably become something in my life. But if I do not accept that this is a thing, if I think that this is absolutely useless, I would probably have no value for it, therefore it doesn't exist. And then when I say that, then it poses the question of what makes something valuable? Like, does something have to be useful or have a use or a purpose to therefore exist or be valuable? And I don't know what I think about that one. I'm going to need to ponder that a bit more. But with the cup, if you don't accept it, if you don't recognize it exists, it doesn't exist. It has no purpose in your life for you as an individual. But if you're educated and somebody's like, this is a cup, this is what a cup does, then it can exist. That's why education is fucking important. No, but seriously, it is. It is really important. And that's why I feel like a lot of issues go unnoticed in the world by, say, like everyday people. I'm sure you can think of a lot of examples right now. But that's the reason why, because of the lack of education, because we're not educated as a whole on what it is. It therefore doesn't exist for those people. Take that how you wish. But the cup does not exist if you do not have a use for it, or an understanding that it is even a cup. It is just a thing. Like, think about all the things in a day which you don't notice just because you don't know what they are. Like, I'm sure somebody will be like, you'll hear somebody and they'll be like, oh, this is this thing. And you've never heard of that thing, and then after that you see like 6 of them. You notice them all the time, and you're like say like a street light. If you don't really pay a lot of attention to street lights, never had a curiosity to them, and someone's like, oh, look at like a telephone pole, then you notice it. And it comes from education. I don't know where else this is gonna go. This has been my favorite thought. I really want to talk to somebody about it. Like, I'm actually bursting at the seam. Pardon me, I just burped. But yeah, this is probably already been there's probably a name for it in philosophy or some shit. I don't know what it is. I like to think of things by myself. I don't actually like to be told how to think. I just like to come across it naturally, and then a lot of the time people just fucking tell me what it is anyway, so I don't have a choice either way. So I can't plead ignorance, which goes against everything which I've said in the last 6 minutes and 32 seconds. But anyway, I'm going to go. Keep thinking, keep pondering, keep learning, keep happy. For you cross my mind.